Guys, gals, everything in between, good evening. It is Saturday, June 6th, 2020. How you all doing out there? Give you guys a few minutes to arrive as it is 11 p.m. Eastern. Usual time we go live. How was everybody's weekend so far? How you all doing? Who will be the first to appear? Who will be the first one here? When you do arrive, do hit that like button. Thumbs up. Last week around this time, we didn't have that many people come on. I guess it was the weekend. I think the usual busiest nights are like Monday or Tuesday, something like that. Good evening, Kai Kai. How are you? How was your day? Yeah, little itchy, even though I probably have to shave again because the stubbles are coming in, but I don't know. It could be also because of the summertime and the heat and the sweat gets you itchy as well. But yeah, as the title says, George Floyd was infected with COVID-19 as per the autopsy. Not many people knew that. They didn't really mention anything about that in the news, mainstream news, of course. So that was a kind of a shocker for a lot of people. I mean, we all know he had a troubled past and whatnot, as did Chauvin, but he had COVID. This was from yesterday. It says George Floyd, whose fatal encounter with Minneapolis police stirred a global outcry over racial bias by U.S. law enforcement, tested positive for the coronavirus. His autopsy showed, but the infection was not listed as a factor in his death. The official cause of death, according to the full 20-page report, was made public on Wednesday by the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office, was cardiopulmonary arrest while Floyd was being restrained by police taking him into custody on May 25th, kind of like a heart attack. The coroner ruled the manner of death to be a homicide. 4 police officers, since fired from their jobs for their role in the incident, which was captured on a bystander's cell phone video, are being held on criminal charges, one of them accused of murder. And it just goes on to say about what happened that day. As far as the COVID goes, okay, well, first of all, it says the autopsy enlisting cardiopulmonary arrest as a cause of Floyd's death also cited complicating law enforcement subdual, restraint, and neck compression. The report listed several additional factors as significant conditions contributing to Floyd's death, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and intoxication from the powerful opioid fentanyl, as well as recent methamphetamine use. The report further noted that a nasal swab sample collected from Floyd's body came back positive for COVID-19, and that Floyd has also tested positive on April 3rd, nearly 8 weeks before his death. The county's chief medical examiner, Dr. Andrew Baker, concluded that the post-mortem test result most likely reflects asymptomatic but persistent positively from previous infection. There was no indication in the autopsy report that coronavirus played any role in Floyd's death. Dr. Michael Baden, one of 2 medical examiners who conducted a private autopsy for Floyd's family, told the New York Times that county officials never told him or the funeral director that Floyd had tested positive for COVID-19. I don't know why they didn't say anything about it. I mean, I just happened to stumble upon an article that said it, and then looking further into it, it was definitely confirmed that he did have it. So that's definitely not fake news. Again, whoever's here, if you can give me a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. If we check out his his profile as far as the criminal acts that he's done. I mean, we've already covered that Chauvin had a long list. It says here, court documents, George Floyd profile reads like a career criminal. The unfortunate death of George Floyd, which sparked a civil war-like atmosphere in America, has now snowballed into worldwide protests. All 4 officers involved have now been suspended, arrested, and charged. Floyd had moved to Minneapolis after being released from Texas prison for aggravated robbery. He was under the influence of fentanyl and methamphetamine at the time of arrest. He went to jail for at least 5 times, and a look at George Floyd's profile as per court documents reads like a career criminal involved in drug abuse, theft, criminal trespassing, aggravated robbery, as well as entering a woman's home and pointing a gun at her stomach while looking for drugs and money. The official autopsy found Floyd died of cardiac arrest caused by being restrained. However, at the time of his death, he was under the influence of fentanyl and had methamphetamine in his system. A second autopsy commissioned by Floyd's family found that the evidence is consistent with mechanical asphyxia as the cause of death, with neck compression restricting blood flow to the brain, and back compression restricting breathing. The cause of his death is still disputed. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative on the guy or anything. I'm just reading what his past was like. George Floyd's criminal past. George Floyd moved to Minneapolis in 2014 after being released from prison in Houston, Texas, following an arrest for aggravated robbery. On May 25, 2020, Floyd was arrested for passing a counterfeit $20 bill at a grocery store in Minneapolis. That was the same day. He was under the influence of fentanyl and methamphetamine at the time of arrest. Floyd has more than decade-old criminal history at the time of the arrest and went to jail for at least 5 times. George Floyd was the ringleader of a violent home invasion. He pled guilty to entering a woman's home, pointing a gun at her stomach, and searching the home for drugs and money, according to court records. Floyd was sentenced to 10 months in state jail for possession of cocaine in a December 2005 arrest. Kai, you can give Mike the warning. He's already started. Same guy. He had previously been sentenced to 8 months for the same offense, stemming from an October 2002 arrest. Floyd was arrested in 2002 for criminal trespassing and served 30 days in jail. He had another stint for a theft in August 1998. According to court records obtained by the Daily Mail, before moving to Minneapolis in 2014, George Floyd was released from prison in Texas. He worked as a bouncer at a local restaurant. Floyd, along with another suspect, posed as a worker for the local water department, wearing a blue uniform in order to enter a woman's house. When the woman retaliated, a Ford Explorer pulled up to the home, and 5 other males exited the car and went up to the front door. The report states the largest of the group, who the victim later identified as Floyd, forced his way inside the residence, placed a pistol against the complainant's abdomen, and forced her into the living room area of the residence. This large suspect then proceeded to search the residence while another armed suspect guarded the complainant, who was struck in the head and sides by this second armed suspect with his pistol while she screamed for help. Hit him on channel already. Thank you, Kai. Just timed out, you mean, or completely banned? Not finding any drugs or money at the house, the men took jewelry and the woman's cell phone and fled in their car. A neighbor who witnessed the robbery took down the car's license plate number. Hey, Christian, how you doing? Good evening to you, sir. Later, police tracked down the car and found Floyd behind the wheel. He was later identified by the woman as the large suspect who placed a gun against her stomach and forced her into the living room, the document states. Floyd was sentenced to 10 months in state jail for possession of cocaine. Floyd has 2 other cocaine offenses, receiving an 8-month sentence stemming from an October 2002 arrest, and was sentenced to 10 months from a 2004 arrest. Floyd was arrested in April 2002 for criminal trespassing and was sentenced to 30 days in jail. He did another stint for theft with a firearm in August 1998. He served 10 months at Harris County Jail. In one of the charging documents, officials noted Floyd had 2 convictions in the 1990s for theft and delivery of a controlled substance, but it is not clear if Floyd served any time for either of those offenses. Like I said, not time out. I kicked him out yesterday, but somehow he showed up just now. Apparently he had no intention to change his name, so I just hit him on the channel. Good call. With the unfortunate death of George Floyd by the Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, America has been plunged into a civil war by the anarchist organization Antifa. Much has been written about the group, however, as Great Game India reported earlier. Antifa's ties to the British intelligence is a closely guarded secret. From glorifying a British war criminal to bomb innocent civilians again to receiving training and weapons from ISIS. Great Game India investigation uncovers the plot against America and that Antifa has long been regarded by American intelligence as a terrorist organization to be disrupted before they got a foothold on American soil. So that was a bit of his profile as a criminal, unfortunately. But again, it's just facts. Not trying to downgrade the guy or anything, just it was his life, right? So just saying what it was, what happened in his past. Hey, Christian, don't forget that in about 45, 50 minutes, we're going to be doing the news updates again. It's going to be at midnight Eastern Standard Time. It'll be on the channel here. So if you want to come on by and watch the video, we can discuss it as well. We'll be in the live chat. So it'd be cool to see you in there. And again, Christian, if you can give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that as well. You probably already did, so no need to remind, right? I did post a short video earlier today, live stream. Okay, awesome. I'll probably stop by, bro. Thanks. Anytime, Christian. It runs for about an hour and a half, so it's quite a lengthy one. But there's been a lot of news. It is the weekend, so we figure, you know what, kick back, relax, listen to some news, have a cold beverage, and just listen to the news. Brought to you by Mavakaga and Kai. So yeah, I did a live stream earlier this afternoon, only about 20 minutes or so, just regarding that whole Buffalo incident with the 75-year-old, and a lot of questions about if it was staged or if it was real. Nowadays, you really can't be too sure about what's really going on, right? Do you have 2 channels, or is it on this same one? It's on this one here. I did create another channel, I think in February or something, but it was mainly for Chinese speaking only. So I haven't really worked on that one too much, but it's on this one. Everything that I do nowadays is on this one here, Mavakaga channel. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying, it might have been staged. They weren't really sure if they should believe exactly what they saw in the video, because it cuts at certain parts, like conveniently there's somebody filming it right at the right time. It looked like the 75-year-old was holding a helmet on his left arm. So when he fell back, it might have been the helmet that made the noise that sounded like it was his skull cracked or smashing against the cement, but in fact it could have been the helmet. Why he had a helmet, I have no idea. And I was also showing it frame by frame how he was still holding his phone, and when he did actually hit his head and was lying down on the ground, the blood was coming out of his ear. If you fall back the way he did and hit the back of your head, blood will not come out straight out from the right ear. There was no blood coming out from the back of his head, which was very, very strange. And if blood was going to come out of the ear, it would not happen so fast the way it did. A lot of people also noticed that he had some kind of strap going around from his right arm, right shoulder, over to the left side. A lot of people were saying it could be something to do with like a something for like a blood bag, you know. The color of the blood also didn't look like, it looked almost like brownish, you know. It didn't look like real blood. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions about that too. To every story, there's always going to be another side. I just found it very interesting the way they broke it down and people showing the video frame by frame, what might have happened, what could have happened, different theories. And if you look at it that way, the main video that they showed when on the right side, the most famous video, because the one across the street hasn't been shown so much, but the main video, you will notice that the noise isn't as obvious as it was from the left side. On the right side, when he fell and supposedly hit his head on the pavement, you don't hear any noise. You only hear it from across the street. And again, I think it's the helmet. He was holding a helmet around his arm. Why? I have no idea. But if it is anything to do with a crisis actor, that is definitely something that people can really look into and figure out. This didn't happen. Again, just a theory. I'm not saying that this is exactly what's going on. The original shoe nice. Hey, welcome back, my friend. I call all this virus and protest fake. Nowadays, Kai says, nowadays don't even know who or what to trust. Fake, fake, fake. Exactly. I mean, first we were always talking about, don't listen to mainstream media. Don't listen to mainstream media. But I don't think we're going too far when we're listening to other people's opinions and suggestions as to, like I said, two sides to every story. So why can it not be staged, Just as much as people have to not prove that what really happened, prove that it didn't happen, It's the same thing. Oh, the media twists the stories around big time, like even to do about this whole protest. How many times did they mention Antifa? Never. Why? I mean, what does CNN, for example, what do they get out of protecting or not mentioning Antifa? It's obviously not a question of, not instilling fear into people, because what they're doing with the rioting and the looting, that's fear in itself. People can see that. I just don't know why people continue to watch CNN, Fox News, all that garbage. Why do they keep believing it? And the problem is, when the kids grow up, they're going to listen to the parents, and the parents are the ones that are watching these mainstream media news, and they're going to grow up and not know what the hell's going on in real life either. But it's not just the kids listening to the parents. What about the kids that rebel against their parents, and they're the ones who go and join groups like Antifa, Steve Sanchez, I only watch Fox News. Steve, welcome to the channel. I believe you're new here. How did you find the channel? But Fox News is also, you know what? It's all mainstream media. Whether you're for Fox or for CNN or for NBC, ABC News, whatever. They're all mainstream media. Tell me something. When we broke the story about COVID and Corona, original Corona, in China, how many of the news stations here in America or North America, wherever you may be, even in Europe, covered much about Corona possibly coming to your country or to their country? I don't think very many. Because I remember in Canada, it was late February where they had the first person they had to test to see if he had coronavirus. And all they did, mainstream media, this is, a local station in Canada, showed the outside of the hospital building where the man was being tested. And all they said was, and here's a live look of the hospital where the man is being tested. What does that teach us? What does that What does that got to do with anything? Then they said, oh, they won't have the results until tomorrow. We knew back 2 months before all this it was coming. No news, none mentioned it's on its way here, that we got to be ready for it. And how many people said, just a flu, just a flu, just a flu? And then the thing about the whole thing about Corona, right? As the original shoe nice said. Uh, Steve, you've been here a while then, yeah, back in January. Thank you very much. Thanks for staying loyal. And guys, please hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, I would appreciate it very much. As I was saying, back then we covered it first. I don't want to brag or anything, but what I want to say is, even all my subscribers, you guys were all really cool. You guys were all concerned, all figuring out, hey, you know what? It is going to come, because it was just so obvious, you know? I'm subbed, brother. Yeah, I appreciate that, Steve. Thanks a lot, my man. Yeah, as you guys noticed, all you guys here are all really cool. And that's why I always said, I never wanted to have like 1,000 people watching the stream or anything, because when you got a tight knit group like you guys, it's easier to like know more about each other and be able to figure out what we're all about. And we all see things the same way. I would rather have, 10 people in the stream where I know each and every one of them, as opposed to like 1,000 people where there's probably like 900 trolls or just negative people, or like that guy who came in earlier, Mike, and I don't even want to say his name because he's trying to like make me say something so effed up. So we don't need people like that. So I just appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'm not saying that just to like kiss ass or something. I seriously mean it, and you guys know that. Tammy, good evening, Tammy. Mainstream media is saying lots of lies. They always have. Just that people are starting to open their eyes now more and more, finally. Christian says, I knew it was coming since December. Much like Dr. Lee, who unfortunately passed away the few months back, trying to warn people that coronavirus is a real deal. But yeah, as I was saying, as the original Shoenice was saying, I think you asked last night, Shoenice, how many people do you know that has COVID-19 or that got COVID-19? Me, zero. I can almost guarantee you guys, your answer is also zero. Am I right? Do any of you actually know somebody with COVID-19? Just curious. I'm not trying to make it a conspiracy theory or anything, but okay, so Christian says no one. I bet you Shoe Nice is going to say no one. I bet you Tammy's going to say no one. I bet you Kai Kai's going to say no one. And Steve, let me guess, no one. So why is that? So many cases, so many people, yet each and every one of us don't know of even one? How's that possible? To all the people that just joined the live stream, I just want to remind you guys that in about half an hour on the Mavakaga, the same channel, we're going to be having a news updates and top stories of the day. It runs for about an hour and a half. It'll be a premiere, so if you guys want to join that, you guys are all welcome, and we can all chat in there as well. I will be there. The moderator Kai Kai will also be there, and we can discuss the stories. If you guys want to talk about whatever else, we can all do that in chat. And yeah, I hope I see you guys in there. As I said, it's about an hour and a half, and should be interesting. Hope you guys like it. But yeah, so many, like I said, so many two sides to every story, right? There you go. Nobody, no one person, not a single one. So what's going on? Where are all these people, these millions of people, that hundreds of thousands in like almost every state, city, country? The only one I think that didn't have them was New Zealand, and I think they eventually got it too. So they say. So I don't know. You guys tell me. I've done so much talking about it. I mean, look at China. Everybody's back to work. Everybody's back to school. Their Shanghai Disney reopened. No cases of round two. Meanwhile, there was talk here, hey, second round starts to come. Second wave. Flatten the curve. So is the first one done, or? And just out of curiosity from you guys, I haven't seen him for a while. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'll tell you. And you guys tell me. Where's Dr. Fauci? Let's see. Kai Kai said, my dad actually worked in the hospital during January and February, and he never once told me he saw a real COVID patient. Oh, wow. Really, Kai Kai? I did not know that. Well, thanks for that update. Christian says, everything going on right now is weird. Beyond weird. We're entering a time where nothing makes sense anymore. I mean, if we thought it was messed up before, any day you open up your eyes now, and now it's a different story. But then again, why so much hype about this COVID-19 if there's no such thing? These businesses are all gonna get destroyed. Life as we know it has completely flipped upside down. I mean, it's so bad. You go walking down the street, you are afraid to sneeze because people will look at you as if, oh, he's infected. Stay away from him. It's embarrassing almost. You can't even like clear your throat. People are gonna think like, it's weird seeing people with masks on everywhere. Steve, it definitely is. I mean, I remember so many times I thought it was like, oh, look at those Asians. It's so cool the way they wear their mask, right? But I don't know. I liked that look, but because of it looked like a fashion statement. But a lot of them wore it because of the pollution over in China specifically, but also in Japan. I don't know. I don't remember if there was many Koreans that had the mask wearing thing. But now it's like I'm so sick and tired of seeing these masks. It's on everybody. And there was a story. I'm gonna tell you a story. Um, Aaron, welcome to the channel. I'm not saying it's not real. I know that definitely, and it started in Wuhan. So what happened from there? Aaron, I just want to ask you something though. I'm not going to doubt you as to your opinion. I just want to know though, do you know anybody that had it, or that got it, or that has it? When people cough, everyone looks at them now, Steve. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just so embarrassing. You can't even go out and clear your throat, or else people are going to assume that, hey, you know what, you're infected. So embarrassing. Aaron, you see, nobody in the chat so far has said that they know somebody that got it. I mean, you hear about people passing away, but where are the names? Are there any names? People like, okay, I said Dr. Lee before. You cannot believe everything you hear that comes out of China as to how somebody died. Okay, there's been a lot of people who, once they open their mouth, they'll be taken care of. And the CCP will tell you that they'll tell you whatever they want you to believe as to how they passed away. You think Dr. Lee died from corona? That's judging by whose story? Where'd you hear that from? Mainstream media. Where did mainstream media get the information from? Who knows? No. Christian says, yeah, I agree, it's pretty bad. Aaron, why would they lie about it though? Let me give you two words as to why they would lie about it. First of all, that's the government, I think, is what you're talking about as far as they, or the WHO, which has big ties to China, but that's a story for another day. Two words as to why they would hide it. Money talks. That's why they would hide it. Money is the root of all evil. Dr. Fauci is a liar, the original Shoe Knights. But where is he? I don't believe anything that's coming out of any of these guys' mouths, but Where is he is what I want to know. I haven't heard from him in a long time. Um, so yeah, that's the reason why they would bring about it. Why are the riots happening? Why is the looting happening? How would it get you money? Not me. Governments, big corporations, pharmaceuticals. Think about it. Who would benefit from it? Not you and I. Of course not. Think about the companies that make, oh, okay, hand sanitizers, right? Was it Purell or whatever? Think about the amount of money they're going to make. Now, think about investing in those stocks for those companies. Those people will make a lot of money, wouldn't they? Imagine if they knew before the regular Joe Schmo knows. Buy early, sell high, right? Buy low, sell high. It's all a business. As I said, two sides to every story. In everything, there's two sides to every story. Just like I'm telling you, if you watch CNN or Fox News and you see the rioters and looters and they're typing or they're graffitiing, spray painting BLM, that's not BLM, that's not Black Lives Matter who are spray painting that. It's Antifa spray painting it to make it look like it's Black Lives Matter that are doing that to begin with. You see, it's kind of like reverse psychology. And then you see it on the news, and then you're going to think, hey, those are rioters. They're supposed to be peaceful protesters. They must be very angry to do such a thing. That's not them, that's Antifa. I invested in silver. Sure, nice. When did you buy it? What was the price and what is it at now? Just curious. But oh yeah, Antifa's an anarchist group, that's for sure. They're big time evil. Cause destruction, and as I said before, you can go on Craigslist, type in crisis actor, easy way to join Antifa. You want to make a quick 1,500 to 2,000 bucks for one project, 1 hour's worth of work? Fill out an application, sign it online, get a job the next day. They'll meet you downtown or wherever they need to meet you. Tell you, you know what? See that? See those bricks over there, already in a pile. You guys see the piles of bricks laid out in different states? What's that for? It's obvious, isn't it? So they'll tell you, okay, tomorrow, noon, you show up, you grab those bricks, you break that window over there, you set that store on fire, you go and rob it, do whatever you have to do, smash it up, ruin that business's person's life who's been having that store for 50, 60 years, sweat and blood, all his energy, time, and life spent at that store, just burn it all down in a matter of 2 minutes. You'll make yourself $2,000. You interested? How many kids would say no to that? The same kids who don't listen to their parents, who stay up locked up in their room on the internet doing God knows what. So if they're not joining ISIS, they're joining Antifa. Those are the kind of people that join these anarchist groups. I don't know why, but lately when I talk about these things, I'm just getting so worked up about it. That's not my usual self. I don't agree with the protesters tearing up their own neighborhoods. Christian, those aren't the protesters. That's what I'm telling you. It's Antifa. You understand what I mean by Antifa? If you notice most of the videos, go back and look at them again. The ones that are rioting, like the looters, you will notice a common trend. They're all wearing black pants, shirt, sweater, jacket, whatever, mask, everything's black. That's part of Antifa. Notice that next time. Notice who's spray painting Antifa wears black, right? Exactly, Christian. Notice who's spray painting BLM. Graffiti all over the place, like garbage. Same thing. It's Antifa. It's all Antifa. Were you on a YouTube channel and someone sneezed in your ear? What do you mean? Were you on a YouTube channel and someone sneezed in your ear? We did a video, I think last week or something about top 20 Asian horror movies or top Asian horror movies you must watch this week. And I think in one of them, while Kai Kai was doing a review, I sneezed. But no, nothing to do with COVID. Those were allergies. I can guarantee you I don't have COVID. So I hopefully won't be the one person that you guys know that has COVID. We were just saying, hey, we don't know anybody with COVID. Then next thing you know, Mavaka guy does. No, no, I don't. I don't. That was seriously allergies. But yeah, so there was this prank, and someone did a prank, and it looked like you. Oh, really? You should have said it was Mavaka guy. I would have got a lot more people coming to the channel. Where was this? What was the guy wearing? Like a red hat or something? That would have been funny. Were you on a YouTube channel and someone sneezed in your ear? Oh no, so that means so someone sneezed in my ear. It wasn't me that did it, right? Nice pic. Oh, hey, Steve. If it was at Walmart. Oh, okay. Steve, if you were in one of our live streams 3 weeks ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago, we mentioned that we can't actually talk about the one outside the main cat picture because there was a whole thing about it, and every night the same guy came in and tried to talk about that, and it got quite annoying. So we kind of like banned it from talking about it. Yeah, Kai Kai, you can explain it all, okay? I don't want to go through it again. It's going to take up the rest of the 17 minutes on this live stream. And oh no, see, now it started. Kai Kai, explain. Why don't you guys talk about the Dreamcatcher? Yeah, you remember him, right, Christian? That guy was so annoying. I think it was 3 nights in a row trying to tell me what model it was or whatever. Oh God, what a headache. Yeah, so like I said, if anybody's just joining or just coming onto the live stream in the last 10 minutes or so, in about 20 more minutes on the same channel here at Mavakaga, we're going to be doing tonight's top stories and headlines. Runs for about an hour and a half. I would appreciate if you guys do jump on, take a look at it, and you will see that it's about an hour and a half. We could all sit back, chill out, relax, listen to the news, and all chat in there. Myself and Kai Kai will also be present, so we can discuss things, topics that are in the news or also outside of the news. Whatever you guys want to talk about, it's an open forum here, so everybody welcome as always. That's going to start in about 20 minutes time. So I'll go on for about another 10 minutes here, and then we'll all meet out back at the top headline news in 20 minutes time on the channel. All right. So keep an eye out for that. Do you guys get notifications when I do post a new video? I'm curious because sometimes people tell me that they don't get the notifications. Sometimes they do. I don't know if it's just YouTube or what's up with that. I have no idea. Shoe Nice, I'm still waiting to find out how much did you buy your silver at? Maybe he's too busy cashing out right now. He went from rags to riches in a matter of minutes. Yeah, bro, I get them. Okay, so that's why you're always here. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Christian. But I heard that even I got notifications straightly from you. LOL. Um, I noticed that gold has also gone significantly higher. Would have been good to know, before this whole thing started. But gold, I don't know if silver. That's what I'm trying to find out from Shoe Nice. Has silver also skyrocketed? Because I know gold did, and I'd never really been into like Bitcoin or anything, and I still haven't, even though they keep saying, oh, it's the future, and it's here already. But I've never really been into like Bitcoin or even stocks or anything like that. So if any of you guys know anything about it, fill me in. Not like I would be able to like invest in it now. It's probably too late, right? Isn't it already like so high? Bitcoin, I'm talking about. But let's see if I can find a quick video about what I was talking about earlier today about that 75-year-old man. Just give me a sec here. I'm going to see if I can find any videos. I don't know. It just seemed kind of fishy how the camera was just positioned at the right place at the right time. Guy here says, really, please stop with your gone fishing conspiracy theories about the incident in Buffalo being a setup. There's no tube in the guy's ear for fake blood. The primary emergency team was actually the police force's team. He wasn't on his cell phone on the gurney. Well, again, how do we know that? Another person said the right-wing conspiracy of the minute is that Martin Gugino, the man brutalized by Buffalo PD and left to die, he didn't. He was not left to die. He survived. Is a crisis actor hired to embarrass the police. But it was the police who brutalized him and left him to die. So was Buffalo PD in on the plot to humiliate itself? Another guy says, okay, I just saw some dumbass on Facebook trying to say the old guy in Buffalo getting his head cracked open by police is a conspiracy theory. I just need to go to bed. I don't know. I mean, again, if you banged your head like that, you would have thought that his head would have been cracked open. At least blood coming out of the back of the head, right? But there was no blood coming out of his head. Now, a lot of people were saying this photo I'm going to show you is not him sitting down. It's when he's falling back, just before he falls back. Uh, you'll see what I mean. They're saying that that bump on the back of his head is like a blood bag. I don't think so. I just think that's part of his like skull. But I'll show you in a second. Let me just read some of your messages here. I seen a shooting star last night. It was beautiful. Did you take any picture or video of it? Awesome shooting star. What's your Facebook? Whose? Christian says fake news. So this is the photo I was telling you about. A lot of people are saying that that could be a like a blood bag. So when you hit it, well, depending on where the tube is, I don't think there's a tube there though. It would come out of his ear. Like even if it's a blood bag, how is it going to go from there to his ear? Doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, shooting stars happen so fast. It's really hard to get a picture of them for sure. My Facebook. If you want, you could add me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/ or at Mavakaga, Mavakaga. But not on Facebook. Not for to give out here anyway. Are you here? Are you new here, Reese? You don't look familiar. Is this your first time here? We'll go on for 5 more minutes, guys. And then, like I said, we're going to go to the premiere at midnight Eastern Standard Time, 15 minutes from now. So don't forget to join us there. And if you haven't already, please do give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that very much. Reese is trolling. I kind of figured. Usually people without a photo or some kind of like avatar in there beside their name there usually means trouble. But I was trying to figure out like his name isn't really exactly anything hidden in it, or even if I say it, I'm still trying to figure out, is there anything bad about his name? But I'll probably figure it out after I say it, which I don't want to do. So, but hey, who knows? Hopefully he's not a troll. But again, Reese, how did you find me? Yeah, I've never seen him here either, Christian. That's what I'm asking. How did you find me, Reese? And where are you from, Reese? I don't think he's trouble, but you never know. Um, Kai, are you able to post the link for the 12 p.m. Premiere? Do you know how to do that? If you go on the main channel, you should see it. It's already posted there because it says it's premiering in 13 minutes. If you, okay, you know how to do it. Thank you very much, Kai. So yeah, she's going to post the link in here so you guys can just click on it and then you'll be directed to that page. Hey Bob, how's it going? Good evening. You joined us a little late, but you caught us just in the nick of time. I was just telling people that we're going to be premiering the top news stories and headlines in about 10 minutes time. So that's also on the Mavakaga channel, which is right here. Kai is going to be posting the link to it. You guys can click on it, and then there it is. You guys can click on that, and then you will be able to see the premiere, which starting in 10 minutes. We're going to say bye to this stream in about 2 minutes time. That way I can get a glass of water and get ready to watch the premiere with all y'all, and we can chat in there. Look forward to seeing you guys in that video as well. It's a Saturday night, so why not just stay up late, chill with Mavakaga and Kai. And like I said, we can all talk about whatever we want to talk about in the live chat in there. We will be there with you guys. Through thick and thin, we're all in this together, right? I seriously do mean it when I say, you guys feel like family and it's all part of a tight-knit group, not like a bunch of strangers. Because when I see you guys coming in like day in and day out, that means a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bernie Sanders, I've seen you here before, a couple weeks back or something. Bernie's back. Yakety yak, Bernie's back. How's it going, Bernie? Still upset that you dropped out there? Now it became a two-horse race. Trump versus Biden. Which one's the lesser of two evils? All I gotta say is thank God I'm not American. I don't have to worry about it. What a disaster. There was a guy in here yesterday who was like, yeah, look at my avatar. I'm still mad. Yeah, you're fuming. You're raging. You're raging in the Cajun. Oh, speaking of Louisiana, where's A.D. Krauser? I didn't see him tonight. Yeah, Bernie's ticked. Bernie's still ticked. It's been a while that you dropped out. I mean, shouldn't you be a little more calm by now? It's all good, Bernie. It's all good. Bernie, where are you from again? Which state are you in? I'm not talking about the real Bernie Sanders. I'm talking about you, Bernie. Avatar Bernie. Well, you know what I just thought of? You guys remember Sesame Street? If you put Bert and Ernie together, You get Bernie. Why does that blow my mind right now? I have no idea. It must be getting late, but I mean it's Saturday night, so why would that like blow my mind? I have no clue. Maybe getting tired? And why the hell did I just think of Sesame Street at 10 to midnight? Why am I thinking about Sesame Street at any time? You're from Maine. You're in Maine. Isn't that home of Stephen King? Yeah, he's from Maine, right? I do believe. He's awesome, Stephen King. I mean, Bernie, you're awesome too, but as far as horror goes, I think he might be beating you. But I still give you props. Let's go, guys. Let's go and get ready for the premiere, all right? It's already 51 minutes in, and this phone's gonna like die pretty soon. I gotta charge it. It usually goes for about an hour or so. He was born in Portland, Maine. Got it. All right, so guys, gals, everything in between, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. Don't forget, come to the premiere. It's starting in 8 minutes. We can chat in there. I will be there as well as Kai Kai. We can chat about whatever you guys want. We'll keep it going. It's about an hour and a half runtime. So, like I said, we got plenty of things we can discuss. It's early. It's Saturday night. You guys got nowhere to go. Grab a cold one. Grab a coffee. Whatever you want. Sit back, relax, enjoy the time with Mavakaga and family. You know what I mean? For now, each and every one of you, peace and love, peace and love. And if you haven't, don't forget, give me a thumbs up in this video and then give me one in the premiere. Why not, right? I would appreciate that, guys. What time is it coming on? In about 7 minutes. In about 7 minutes time. Midnight Eastern Standard Time. So click on that link now and then you can just hang in there until it starts. I'm in there already. I think Kai Kai's already in there. But yeah, I'll message you guys on there and then we can chat there, all right? For now, from here, for the live stream, we're done. Guys, gals, everything in between, have a great night. See you in a little while, hopefully. But if not, catch you guys on the flip side. And as always, peace and love, peace and love. Stay safe, strong, healthy, protect each other, protect the family, all right, guys? Seriously. Mavakaga. Out.